Hello friends, I'm Vikrant and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Cornerstone with a new video. This video is going to be interesting and informative for all those people who are looking for Python Selenium automation project from the interview perspective as well who wish to learn and implement the BAP scraping project in their current processes to automate the repetitive and mundane tasks to achieve high efficiency, avoid manual intervention and speed up the process cycle with significant time saving. I have found one website, rpachallenge.com, and observed that they hold a very similar kind of the use case close to real production projects, which normally require the automation fundamental knowledge and offer you challenging problem statement to think, derive logic, and write code accordingly. So, in interest of time, let's begin with our today's topic. Yeah, so this was the website I was talking about, the rpachallenge.com, and let's read the instruction. The goal of this challenge is to create a workflow that will input data from a spreadsheet into the form fields on the screen. Okay, sounds simple, right? But let's read the second point as well. Be aware that fields will change position on the screen after every submission throughout 10 rounds. Thus, the workflow must correctly identify where each spreadsheet record must be typed every time. Okay, and the third one, the actual countdown of the challenge will begin once you click the start button. Until then, you may submit the form as many times as you wish without receiving penalties. Good luck. Okay, so the point here is the problem statement is all about that once the user click on the start button, the textual fields, the input fields positioning is to going to be changed every time. So this website is completely dynamic. Let's do one demo here. For example, just for the demo perspective, I'm just typing the arbitrary number like this, the fictitious data. Okay, aa.com, and then the company name, same, role in company, and the first name, and then the address. So as per the second point, they said that this the position is going to change. Yeah, see, address is at the top, first name is at the second position, then last name is at the third position, and then email at the fourth one, and the company name and role in company and phone number at the bottom. And then once I click on the submit button, see, address at the top and phone number at the bottom. Now it's completely changed, right? You can see that role in the company is at the first position now and the phone number at the last. So it will consist of the 10 total rounds once we click on the start button, and then we will be able to see that whether our functionality, whether the code functionality is working fine or not, or whether we are able to scrap this website as per the instruction, the problem statement or not. Okay, so in this whole project, what I'm going to do, let's talk about the project flow steps. So the number one thing which is going to be here will be export the Python library and the packages. So we'll export first of all, and then we'll set the WebDriver manager by looking into the Chrome version we are using at the local machine. And then we will use the CFT browser, right? It's the Chrome for testing, which is a separate and dedicated browser for automation testing only, recently launched. So I've created one video on this part, that how to, from where you can download the Chrome driver for 1115 sorry 115.x and onwards, and from where you can download the WebDriver manager for 114 and below that. Okay, and then we'll use the CFT and we'll open the URL, okay, with the help of the driver, and then we will create one loop, and the loop will work in this way. We will read the Excel file first of all, that how many rows and columns are there in this spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is going to be the one which we will download from here. Okay, so I already have downloaded it. I will show it to you. The second step will be, we'll go to the URL, the www.rpachallenge.com, and we will find the XPath, and that's again a relative XPath because the complete this website is dynamic, right? So we will find the XPath for these all seven fields: role in company, address, email, last name, company name, first name, and phone number. And once we enter the inputs, we'll click on the submit button. Okay, and then the third point will be that whatever the values we have in the Excel, right, in the spreadsheet, let's say in the row 1 and column 1, my first name is stored as Vikrant, then we will pass that information to here in the first name. Okay, and then we'll use the send keys to input the XPath, and then we'll click on the submit button, this one at the bottom. Okay, and then we'll update the task status in Excel spreadsheet. So once one round is complete and the bot has clicked on the submit button, we will update the status of that particular row that it has been completed by the bot in the Excel sheet. So we'll write the Excel sheet as well. We'll not read only, but we will write as well. And after that, this will again go back to your step one, this one. Okay, so the entire loop is going to be within this. Okay, and once the all 10 rounds are completed, okay, then we would like to see one message, that the display alert message in the end, right, that the job or your task has been completed by the Python and Selenium. Okay, so that's the whole project which we are going to cover in this video. All right, so let's get started, and then we will start writing up the code in the PyCharm. So we'll import the libraries and the packages, import OpenPyXL to read and write the Excel. Then from Selenium, import WebDriver from selenium.webdriver.chrome.options. Import your options from selenium.webdriver.chrome.service. Imports service from WebDriver manager.chrome. Import Chrome Driver Manager from Selenium dot WebDriver dot common dot by import by. Till here we have imported the necessary packages and library. Now the URL which we are going to use is uh, this one, rpachallenge.com. Okay, and we need to define one variable for the path. For path, like I already have downloaded the Excel file from the RPA Challenge website, which consists of 7 columns and total 12 rows, total 11 rows, sorry. Yeah, okay. So I'm just closing it down, and we need to take the path from here, the challenge.xlx copy, and then path is equal to adding the string literal here, and then creating another variable wb. Now we need to open this Excel spreadsheet. So we'll load the workbook from the path, and then we need the row count, which should be 11 this time, and your column count as well, right? So your column count. So you can, but before that, we need to define another variable here called as sh1, and sh1 will give us the name of the active sheet. So active wb.active. Okay, so now sh1 in this sheet, for which is the sheet 1, we would like to know the maximum row. Okay, and then as well we would like to know the count of the columns, sorry, column. Okay, let's print the row count and the c count, just for the uniformity perspective. Let me check the spelling. So we should be getting row is equal to 11 and column is equal to 8, which is right. Now moving forward, I'm just creating one instance for the Chrome options, and then with the same I'm adding the experimental option detach and true. Okay, now Chrome options dot add, sorry, we already have done this, right? So we need to define the binary location. So what is the binary location and all these steps? So I already have created 2 or 3 videos on my channel. You can go and see, in order to read and write, a detailed video about the OpenPyXL has been created. And for the CFT browser, there's another video. So I'm just skipping that portion because it will take time. But let me touch on the few vital points here. So you remember the web page, the Chromium one, from where we download the uh, Chrome WebDriver for the version 115, 114 and below than 114. So we download it from this web page. Okay, but now for the 115 and onwards, there's a separate web page which is called as the CFTA, the Chrome for Testing Availability Dashboard. So CFT is the dedicated and separate Chrome browser for testing purpose only. So let's click on this one, and you will be able to see that we have the channel as a stable, beta, dev, canary. So in my system, I'm using the let me check. I'm using the 116 version, which is the most recent one from the Chrome. So what I can do, I just click on this table to download the binary files. So this time we need to download two files here. One is the Chrome and second one is the Chrome driver. Okay, so you can just copy this link and provide it in the new tab, and this will start downloading the process. But I already have done it on my system, so I'm skipping in this video. You can check my older videos for the reference. Okay, so Chrome. Options, and then in the CFT driver I have my Chrome exe file, just copying the path reference from the content root. All right, then we are done till here. Now we need to define the driver instance. So driver instance is equal to your webdriver dot chrome, then service is equal to your service, and then chrome driver manager dot install, and till here we are good. Then options is equal to your chrome options. Okay, and then driver dot get url, and then we will maximize that screen as well. Okay, so driver dot maximize window, and will implicitly wait for like 5 seconds just to ensure that our web page gets uploaded fully. Okay, let's do the test till here whether we are able to open the rpachallenge.com website or not. Okay, let me click on the run button. See, we are getting the error, and the error is Chrome options, Chromium options, Chrome options dot missing one required in the value. Why we are getting this one? Chrome options is equal to options, this one. Then I think this should resolve the error. Okay, this will take time because we are opening it for the first time, right? Because now the WebDriver manager is looking for the Chrome version we are using at the local machine, and then it's getting downloaded from the CFT dashboard. See, we have successfully launched the browser, and at the top in the info bar left side you can see the CFT, Chrome for testing. V116 is only for automated testing, and for regular browsing use a standard version of Chrome that updates automatically. And on the right hand side top they have given the download Chrome option as well, right? So we have successfully launched the browser, the CFT one, and the rpachallenge.com is opened. Okay, so the next step will be coming back to the flow step. So the next step will be to read the Excel file, rows and column, and then we will go to the URL to find the XPath. All right. So it's time for the XPath. Let's move to the rpachallenge.com. Okay, so in the rpchallenge.com, we need to find the total 9 XPath here, 7 for the input fields and 2 for the buttons, start and the submit button. Okay, let's touch base on the XPath first of all. So XPath can be used for both HTML and XML documents to find the location of any element on a web page using the HTML DOM structure, and the syntax is forward slash tag name and then the bracket at the rate attribute is equal to value. You can find my name, ID, class name, link text, right? So absolute XPath and relative XPath. So there are two types. So absolute XPath is the direct way, to find the element, and it's easy as well, right? It's very straightforward. However, the problem is that if there are any changes made in the path of the element, then the XPath gets failed. So that means that absolute XPath is not the right fit here in our project, because our RPA Challenge.com is completely dynamic, and the position is going to change after every round of the execution, right? So now let's talk about the relative XPath. Your relative XPath, it starts from the middle of the HTML DOM structure. It starts with double forward slash. It can search element anywhere on the web page. Great. Means no need to write a long XPath, and you can start from the middle of the HTML DOM structure as well. So relative XPath is always recommended and preferred, as it is not complete path from the root element, therefore high performance and dynamic working. Now moving back again to the rpachallenge.com. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to concentrate on any one XPath here, and we'll see that why we cannot go with the absolute one. Okay, let's focus on the first name. Right click and click on the inspect, and then hover your mouse and click on the first name. So this will take you to the lines of the code uh, which direct to the first name. Okay, so I'm just copying the full XPath here, and then the second one, I'm just copying the element as well, and then it should be XPath, then the XPath. Okay, same exercise for the second round. So just assume that we have completed first round. So I'm just placing the arbitrary values here, uh, and I've clicked on the submit button. Okay, so in the second round, you can see that the positioning gets totally changed. So we'll find the XPath, the similar these three XPaths, full XPath, and the element for the first name. Okay, uh, performing the same set of actions. So first of all, copy the full XPath, and secondly, I need a element, and thirdly, I need the XPath. Okay, so just copying from here and moving it here. See, the first time when we have found the XPath for the first name, you can see that there was a change, right? Till here, the code was same, HTML till this part, that was same. You can see, okay, and after that, in the first time, it was div 5, and when we submitted, it has been changed from 5 to 7, right? That means we cannot go with the absolute XPath, because the positioning is changing every time. Now let's check the XPath as well, the last one. So the ID for the first name is also going to be changed, right? So that's again not a primary unique identifier with the help of which we can search. Now, if we look into the element, so here one thing that is remaining the same is your ng reflect name, right? So ng reflect name is something with the help of which we can actually move forward. So every time the ng reflect name is same and it's marked as label first name. Okay, so same logic has been applied for the other input fields as well. So what we can do, we can just go back to the website and then type here control F, and then your forward slash and star to search the element from anywhere in the page, and then contains, and in the contents, I would like to search for the ng reflect name. Okay, so at the rate ng reflect name, and this should be the case. Okay, label first name. Yes, label first name. This would be in the quotes, and we are good. See, because the XPath we have generated the correct relative XPath, absolute relative XPath. So you can see that this has been highlighted by the yellow, right? So I'm just taking it and then going back to the notepad, and against the first name we have find the first name XPath. Okay, then again just doing the same exercise for each field. Okay, uh, just we'll do the double check here. So for the last name we need to find the ng reflect name. So it's uh, for the last name it's label last name, label last name. So I believe that they are going with the same nomenclature. So I'm just using it here as company name, then label role, label address, label email, and label phone. Just to be doubly sure, I'm just checking it for the role. Uh, role, where it's role in the company. Yes, so ng reflect name is equal to label role. So we are good till here. Now we need to find the XPath for start. So for the start, going it here, just copying the element, and then this is the class which we, with the help of which we can find. Going again back here and forward slash star, and this should be contains at the rate class, and passing the value here as per the syntax of the XPath, and that's it. Great. So we have created the relative XPath for the start as well. Now we are left with the submit. So for the submit, what we can do, just click on this one and then again copy the element, and we can do it here only. Star then contains. So here I am going with value. So at the rate class will be replaced with the at the rate value, and this is submit. Okay, let me check whether it's working or not. Copying and then just pasting it in the control F section. Yes, it's directing me to there. Perfect. So we have collected all the XPath for all the nine fields. Okay, first name, last name, company name, role, address, email, phone, start, and submit. Uh, let's check the information in the spreadsheet as well. So we have seven fields. Okay, these are matching, and we have already uh, collected the XPath as well. So now what will happen? Just going again back to the yes. So for the first round, it will be John Smith, IT Solution Analyst, 98 North Road, and the email is this one, and the phone number is this. And then in the second round, it will be Jane Dorsey, Medicare, medical engineer, and so on and so forth. Okay. So from this spreadsheet, we need to read the data, and then this data will go into the website. And once the user click on the submit, or the once the bot click on the submit, this will keep working in the incremental order. Okay, just closing the spreadsheet. Now moving back to our PyCharm code. So first of all, we need to find the element for the start. Okay, so how we are going to do this? By dot xpath. Okay, and xpath we have already created here. So start xpath is this one. So I'm just putting it in quotes and we are done. What action we would like to perform on the start button, that is the click. Okay, so once it gets clicked there, then there will be the loop. Okay, so you remember that we have already talked about this loop. Okay, so it will start reading the excel file and then it will go to the url and then will pass the value and click on submit button and update the task and again back to step one. So I'm just starting here the loop for r in range. So your range will get start from the, we do have the row count, right? So and starting from second row, because first line is the header only. So for r in range 2 to r count and by plus 1. Why plus 1? Because Python by default it starts in an incremental order. It starts from 0 and it ends before the specified number. So in our case the total number of rows are 11, so Python will get stops at 10. So we need to manually add 1 here just to make Python understand that you start from 2 and stop at 11. Okay, so for r in range 2 to r count plus 1, what action we will need to find? We need to find here the driver dot find element. And how? By dot xpath. So first of all, uh, we will go with the first name. All right, this should be in the quotes. And what action we would like to perform here? We would like to pass the values, right? From where? From excel. So dot send keys in sheet 1 sh1. The already we have created one variable with the sh1 which hold the sheet name information. So in sh1 dot your cell, and from cell your row number is equal to your r, right? And your column, sorry, and your column is equal to uh, first. Okay, and whatever the value it's there, that is going to pass to the send keys. Okay, so till here we are good. uh, Sorry, this should be only value. Okay, we'll see whether it's working or not in the later stage. That's fine. uh Perfect. Copying it's okay. One more time, it should be get copied 7 times, right? All right, then second time my column will be 2, third time my column will be 3, fourth time the column will be 4, and then it will be 5, then it will be 6, and the last one 7. Okay, we need to check for the xpath. So for the last name, how we are going to find? I'm just replacing this section. All right, and then the company name is this. Okay, and your label role is this, address this one, and email, and the last one is the phone. Okay, last one is your phone number. All right, so we are good till here. We are saying for find element, label first name, label last name, company name, role, address, email, and phone. Okay, Great. Uh, just for the uniformity perspective, making it a one-line code. After that, we after we input these all seven text into the text fields in the rpf.com, we need to submit the information as well. So driver.find element by dot xpath. Let's copy the submit button xpath from here. Okay, put it in the double quotes and then the action we need to perform. It's click. After that, the last step is update the task status in Excel sheet as well. Okay, so in sh1 dot cell row is equal to your r, and column column is equal to total. There are 8 columns, right? So r dot column dot 8 dot value is equal to completed. Okay, then we need to save the workbook. So wb dot save your path. So I think we are good. Let's test our code. This should work. Row is equal to r, column is equal to 8, and let's click on the RPA challenge. Okay, so the rows are 11, column is equal to 8. Now the code is taking time because it's checking for the Chrome browser version on your system and matching it with the CFTA dashboard. See, it starts inputting the value. Analyst, last name John, IT Solutions. I think there is something which is not working properly. Let's see. We are getting the error, and the error is failed to execute evaluate on document ng label address is not a valid xpaths expression. Okay, so at the label address is the problem for us. uh, okay, what's the problem? Let's go back to the website, click on the inspect. I think there is some problem or this typing mistake which we have done. uh, for the address, this one is your element, so copy the element and go back to here. Ng reflect name is equal to your label address, but everything is correct, right? Oh. See, now it should work. Not sure. Let me just copy it and then going into the label address. See, the problem was not that. We have actually used three forward slashes here, so I'm just deleting this one. Silly mistake. Okay, that's fine. Uh, Closing it down. Now again, we are going to click on the RP challenge. Right, now it's working fine. Hey, great. Congratulations, your success rate is 100%, 70 out of 70 fills in 13352 milliseconds, and you are selected. All right, so we are left with the last portion. as promised. So import by auto GUI as py. Why? Because we need to display the alert passes in the end. Okay, so how we can do this with the help of the py auto GUI, py dot alert, and we are saying your all tasks has been completed by the bot. Okay, this will give you the message at the end. So running it again. First round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round, eighth round, ninth, and that's it. Submit. So congratulations again, your success rate is 100%, and you can see the display alert masses in this instance, right? So your all task has been completed by the bot. So that's it. Now the last, what I would like to say, we have only submitted the 10 rounds here, but for example, let's say that if we have like more than 5,000 records or more than 10,000 rows, and the user has to input this one by one going into the rpachallenge.com and then passing those values, this will take a long hours, right? And this is quite repetitive one because you do not have to make any kind of the human judgment. So you just copying the information and then just pasting it over there. As we are doing it manual, so there are high chances of error. The second one is that your productivity will be low, and the third one is that you are not getting results as per the ROI, because this is something which we can be get which we can get done by with the help of the automation as well. So in those kind of the scenarios, in those kind of the projects or the problem statement, you can use the Python and Selenium for the web automation, right? So I hope you have liked this video, and I would encourage you to please share this video with your friends who will get benefited, and please like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel for all upcoming videos notification, and this will definitely motivate me to bring more useful content like this. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.